This man has stepped on a bodybuilding stage 21 times at the Mr. Olympia, more than anyone else in the history of the sport. He's 56 years old right now, and he still walks around looking like he just stepped off a competition stage in his absolute prime. This is Dexter Jackson, the man they call the Blade, and the winningest bodybuilder of all time, with 29 professional titles to his name. Nobody else in this sport has collected more wins than this man. Most bodybuilders burn out by 40, their joints give up, their physique fades, their bodies simply can't take the punishment anymore. Dexter Jackson did the complete opposite. He stayed sharp, lean, and competitive for over 3 decades, a career length that almost nobody else in this sport has come close to matching. So how does a 56-year-old man maintain a body most 25-year-olds would kill for? I dug through his interviews, his meal breakdowns, and his training philosophy, and found 5 specific habits that explain everything about his longevity. Stay till the end, because the 4th thing on this list is something almost nobody in bodybuilding actually practices. Let's get into it. Eating by the clock. For Dexter Jackson, it was never just about what he ate, it was about when he ate it. He structured his entire day around eating every 2.5 to 3 hours, not random snacking whenever hunger hit, a methodical, locked-in schedule that he followed with almost military precision. His logic was simple: keep the metabolism running constantly, keep nutrients flowing into the body steadily. Never let the system run on empty for too long, because that's when energy crashes and muscle breakdown begins. He distributed his protein intake evenly throughout the day, rather than loading it all into 1 or 2 big meals. He saved his fat intake mainly for breakfast and dinner, when his body didn't need fast-digesting fuel. And he timed his carbohydrates around his training sessions, the exact windows when his body could actually use them for performance and recovery instead of storing them. This is precision eating, not extreme, not complicated, just relentlessly consistent, day after day, for years. Most people eat whenever life allows it. Rushed mornings, skipped lunches, late dinners. Dexter treated his eating schedule with the same seriousness as his training schedule. And that discipline alone separated him from competitors who had just as much talent but far less structure. The first meal. Dexter's day always started the exact same way, no matter what. His go-to breakfast was egg whites combined with a couple of whole egg yolks paired with oatmeal or grits to provide his morning carbohydrates. He's explained in interviews why the yolks mattered to him. A whole egg, in his words, completes the full protein chain in a way that egg whites alone simply can't replicate. That first meal mattered more than most people realize. It set his energy levels for the next several hours. It kicked his metabolism into motion. It gave his brain the fuel it needed for focus before he even stepped into the gym. No skipping breakfast, no intermittent fasting games, no relying on caffeine alone to get through the morning. Just clean, reliable fuel. First thing, every single day without exception. This might be the most underrated part of his entire approach. While trends in the fitness world have shifted back and forth between fasting and frequent eating, Dexter never wavered from what worked for his body. He found a system early and stuck to it for decades. Quality over everything. Throughout the rest of the day, Dexter built his meals around lean proteins like chicken breast, fish such as orange roughy or tilapia, and occasionally lean cuts of steak, always paired with smart carbohydrate sources like rice, sweet potatoes, and baked potatoes. He drank at least a gallon of water daily, and sometimes pushed that up to 2 gallons during contest preparation, because he understood that hydration directly affects muscle definition, recovery speed, and overall performance in the gym. And his cooking method tells you everything about his philosophy: grilling, baking, and steaming, never frying. He kept his fat content controlled, not by eliminating flavor or making food boring, but by being intelligent about preparation. He's even talked about using simple tricks like seasoning his fish with mustard or making fried rice with just a spray of cooking oil instead of butter. Small adjustments that kept meals enjoyable without sabotaging his physique. This is the foundation that most people overcomplicate with fad diets and confusing rules. Dexter kept it simple, predictable, and repeatable for over 25 years of competitive bodybuilding. There was no secret ingredient. There was no banned food list. Just quality sources, prepared smartly, eaten consistently. Flexibility, not punishment. Here's the part of his approach that almost nobody talks about. Dexter has openly said that he eats clean roughly 80% of the time and allows himself flexibility the other 20%. Even during the off-season, when most bodybuilders completely let go, he kept his diet largely clean. But he never punished himself for living a normal life outside of competition. During contest prep, that discipline tightens dramatically. Cheat meals disappear almost entirely, and precision takes over completely. Every gram of food serves a purpose in those final weeks before a show. But outside of competition season, balance, not punishment, was always the rule. This is the principle that most extreme dieters get completely wrong. Total restriction simply isn't sustainable for 30 years straight. The human mind and body both need room to breathe. Dexter's incredible longevity in this sport proves that flexibility, when applied intelligently and not as an excuse, is exactly what keeps you in the game decade after decade. Long after stricter, more rigid competitors have already burned out and walked away. 3 decades strong. This is the piece that ties his entire story together. Dexter Jackson didn't have one good year in bodybuilding. He had 30. He's been competing professionally since the 1990s. He won his first Mr. Olympia title in 2008 at the age of 38, defeating a reigning 2-time champion in the process. And remarkably, he was still placing at the very top of the sport in his mid-40s, well past the point where most professional bodybuilders had already retired and moved into coaching or commentary. That kind of longevity doesn't come from a trendy diet plan or a flashy 30-day transformation. It comes from doing the boring, disciplined things, meal timing, quality food choices, controlled flexibility, every single day for years without ever quitting on the process. Dexter himself has summed up his entire philosophy in one simple sentence: eat what you want, when you want, but keep the foundation clean. That single principle, repeated daily for 3 decades, is what ultimately built the most decorated competitive career in the history of professional bodybuilding. It wasn't talent alone. Plenty of talented bodybuilders came and went during his era. It was the relentless, unglamorous consistency that talent alone could never replace. Final takeaway: 5 habits. One 56-year-old man who has been proving the same simple truth for over 30 years. Discipline beats shortcuts every single time. Structured meal timing built around the clock. A powerful, consistent first meal. Quality protein and smart carbohydrates at every meal. Real flexibility instead of extreme restriction. And relentless, year after year consistency that few in this sport have ever matched. What makes Dexter Jackson's story so powerful isn't that he found some secret formula nobody else had access to. It's that he found a system that worked for his body, and he never let go of it, no matter how many trends came and went around him. Most people quit on a routine after a few weeks. Dexter built a 30-year career on principles this simple. That's the real lesson here. It was never about chasing the next big thing. It was about mastering the basics so completely that they became second nature. If this gave you value, like, subscribe, and let me know in the comments which one of these you're applying first. And if you're someone who wants to see how legends actually built their bodies, not the hype, not the myths, just the real habits, stick around, because this is exactly what this channel is here for. See you in the next one.